Go to verse
Mm-hmm.
in verse.
We in 7.
Yeah, in chapter 7, verse. It says, and he gave him dominion and glory in the kingdom and
Wait a minute.
all the people.
Which verse you at? Verse
14.
what? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead.
He gave him dominion and glory and kingdom, and all peoples, nations, and tongues shall serve him. His dominion is an eternal dominion which will not be removed, and his kingdom
Right.
is one which will not be destroyed. So
Okay.
when you go to verse, go to verse. Hold on. Verse 18. Because in the vision, the one like the Son of Man is the one that's going to inherit the kingdom forever in all eternity, right?
Okay. Now that's a pretty good spot because it says, "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and forever." Now I can read into that. You would say that Son of Man represented the kingdom, but
No, you keep saying Son of Man. It's not talking about the Son of Man. It's talking about one like
One
the
like
Son of
a
Man.
son of man. Right.
mm-hmm,
You keep
mm-hmm.
adding Son of Man. In the vision, it's not talking about
And
the Son of Man. It says
and the
one
key
like a Son of Man.
and the key
Okay.
thing that keeps getting left out is one like a son of man coming with the clouds. So it's not just one entity that's being spoken of. It's one like a son of man, and then it's the clouds as well. That's a full entity that's being represented. So when we see in verse 18, it's telling you the holy people of the Most High are the ones that are going to receive this kingdom. The same way it said the one like the Son of Man coming with the clouds is going to receive dominion and glory and a kingdom. So now we have the truth of the matter, just like Daniel said.
Now
Oh,
go to verse 27. Read verse
okay.
27.
I will in just a second, but I believe Jay says something that is very critical to pay attention to, and it was verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw in the night vision, beheld one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven. So this is representing the return of Christ is coming on the clouds of heaven. Can a nation of people?
What you're doing, Olive, is you're interpreting. It's not your job to interpret. The angel
No,
is already
I'm reading what the verse says.
but you're interpreting though. The angel is already there giving the interpretation. It's not your job to
No, I'm talking
interpret.
about the
Let the
son that's
angel
coming
right.
with the
Let the
cloud.
angel do his job. The angel already told you what's supposed to come, what that represented. Why do you need to interpret when the angel is already telling you what it means?
I'm reading the words in the manuscript
But you're
here.
not
You're
reading.
reading.
You're not
Hold on.
reading what the angel tells you it means, though.
Right. Yeah. You're looking at the vision, right? But that's why I asked you, which is more valuable to understanding, the vision or the interpretation of the vision.
Hmm.
So what we're
Let the
reading,
angel interpret.
right? So what we're reading when we get to 17, it's the
Hmm.
interpretation of everything from verse 1 all the way down to 17. After 17, it's the interpretation of everything from 1 all the way down to 17.
So hermeneutics is a very intricate way of seeing and interpreting and understanding.
We're
And my
again,
hermeneutical principles
Olive.
are a little different than your
Olive.
guys.
We're not supposed to interpret this because the angel is already giving the interpretation. There's no need for us to interpret. Let the angel do his job. It's not
Okay,
your
so
job. The angel was already sent to do it.
who's the ancient of days sitting that's handing the kingdom to the Son of
That's
Man?
the Most High.
That's the most high.
So why can't the Son of Man be the Messiah?
You
Because
Be
keep
that ain't
saying
because
son of
that's not
man. It's
what the
talking about
angel
one like a son of man. Stop saying
right.
you keep saying
And
son of
that's not
man.
what the angel said. The angel already told you what it is. Why do you my question to you is why do you need to overstep the angel and tell us it's something different? So are
Okay,
you
all right.
saying that when God sends an angel to interpret, that the angel is lying? Did the angel lie to you?
Okay. Okay, so I see what you guys are saying, and I can agree. I can agree to disagree. So I have a question. So
So
let's
you
let's
not
put let's.
disagreeing with
But wait a
us, then
minute. Wait a
you would
minute.
be
Wait a minute. Can
disagreeing
I
with the
get a chance to
angel.
speak? Because
Go ahead.
when
Go
you
ahead.
spoke, I kind of gave you your chance to land your plane. So let's deal with the host. Let's just say we got brother Cody here, and let's just say, wait a minute. There's a man standing over there like Cody. Now, that might not be Cody, but there is a Cody because I've related this man standing over there unto the likeness of Cody.
Mm-hmm.
So, who is this son of man? That might not be like the literal person Jesus Christ because he's like the son of man, but there's a
Do you
reference.
know what Son of Man is?
I'm sure that there are a plethora of understandings and interpretation of
A
son and
son of,
man, but
son of Man is just a Son of Man just means a human.
right.
Right. So there's no definite on this Son of Man because we're not talking about the Son of Man. We're talking about one like a Son of Man. So in
I,
the vision, one like a Son of Man, right? So your focus is on Son of Man because your doctrine speaks of the Son of
no, I'm
God,
just trying to I'm
Son of
just trying to
Man.
understand who is this powerful person that's going to take a kingdom and rule it forever. This
Well,
is a
this
pretty important
listen,
person.
listen, Allah.
The
Okay, hold
angel
on, Jay. Watch
already
this,
told
Jay.
you though.
In the vision, the
Hmm.
one like the Son of Man in the vision, the one like a Son of Man is the one that's going to get this kingdom forever, right?
Yes.
Okay,
In the
in the
interpretation,
interpretation of the one like a Son of Man getting the kingdom forever, who's getting it in the interpretation of that?
The Son of Man, right?
Let's read
no.
verse
What did the
again.
angel?
Hold
What
on,
did the
Jay. Hold
Verse
angel
on.
say?
13. Verse 13.
Verse 13. That's the vision, brother. The
That's the
Okay, so
vision.
the
That's not the
interpretation.
interpretation.
Go read again. Go read verse
is it
18.
18?
Go read verse 18.
But the saints of the Most High. See, now we're not talking about the one like the Son of Man. Now we're talking about the saints
Olive.
of the Most High.
Olive. Hold
Do
on,
you do
Jay.
you
Jay,
Subject
hold
switch
on. Hold on,
again.
Jay. Hold on, Jay. Olive.
Mm-hmm.
In the interpretation, in the vision, the one
Mm-hmm.
like the Son of Man is getting the kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the angel is interpreting what
Mm-hmm.
that is. She
Mm-hmm.
tells you that the interpretation of the one like a Son of Man getting the kingdom forever, in the interpretation, it's the saints. So again, if I have a vision, right, and I sit and I say, hey, um, the Falcons are gonna no. The head coach of the Falcons are gonna win the Super Bowl. The head coach of the Falcons is gonna win the Super Bowl, right? And I say I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand that, right? How could just a head coach do this, right? Or for whatever reason, I don't understand that, right? The head coach of the Falcons is winning the Super Bowl or winning a trophy. And then I
Mm-hmm.
get to the interpret. I don't understand that. And somebody interprets and say, yes, that's the football team that's going to win the Super Bowl. So it doesn't matter what my vision was anymore because now I have the interpretation of what that meant. You keep trying to make it one like a Son of Man when it's the
Because that's what it
saints.
said. Right,
And the
right.
Yes,
funny the funny thing,
Olive,
In the
in
vision,
the
it said
vision,
there.
right?
Okay.
So in the interpretation of what he did not understand, who
It's
is
the
supposed
son,
to
it's the saints.
exactly? That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say the funny thing is nobody ever does this with the four beasts. When the four beasts is being translated as being four different kingdoms, nobody ever says, "Well, how come it's not a kingdom of lions, or how come it's not a kingdom of crows?" Nobody ever does that with the four beasts. They perfectly understand that the angel is interpreting those four beasts represents four kingdoms. But when it comes to that one like the Son of Man, all of a sudden it's a stumbling block.
Read verse 27, Olive.
27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, I clearly see how, the saints are in the kingdom, judging the kingdom, receiving the kingdom under the Most High. But, when you go back to that original subject, and I'm not going back there because we've all agree. I understand what you all are laying out, and we're just I'm gonna have to leave my piece on the table, and y'all can leave y'all piece on the table.
Respectfully. I just say you're not disagreeing with us. You'll be disagreeing with
Disagreeing with the angel.
with the scriptures.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yep.
once again, even when we did 9,
So okay, to you,
with the Messiah who was cut off,
who's the one like a son of man? To you.
that's beyond a shadow of a doubt. The Son of Man. So the Son
No.
of
I'm
God.
not saying who's the son of man. We know who the son of man is to you. Who is the one
Mhm.
like the son of man? The son of man and one, like you said, Cody and somebody like and one like Cody. That's not that's two
That's two
different people.
different.
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
in Daniel 7, it's not saying that the son of man is getting his kingdom forever. It's saying one like a son of man is getting his kingdom. So if you believe that Jesus is the son of man, Jesus is not the person that is being talked about in Daniel 7 because it's talking about, according to you, one like Jesus, not Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So who would
That's a
be
good.
one like Jesus
Yeah,
that's
that's a
getting
good
his kingdom
point.
forever?
It would be the saints based on what we just read.
All right, so that's the interpretation of this. It's not talking about the son of man. It's talking about
Okay,
one
and
like a son of man.
okay, so very good point. And I'm not going to address the second point. I just want to leave this one on the table. Because when we were in Daniel 9:24 through 27, a Messiah was cut off.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that Messiah who instituted that covenant with the people was Jesus. But y'all don't even see that person
Because
as Jesus.
the timeline don't match unless you can give us the timeline breakdown.
I got it, but I'm gonna finish up work and I'll come back to you.
Okay,
Good to
Ollie.
good to
All right.
holler at you.
All right, Ollie.
All right. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Ollie's so funny, man.
Man.
Ollie's so funny, man. I got about 10 more minutes on here, y'all. Decipher. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know why they just brush
Yo,
over.
what's up?
What it do?
Yeah, I'm here listening to y'all, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I'm from Jamaica, right?
Uh-huh.
Why you say Jesus is a complete lie? The name or the person himself?
The narrative and doctrine of the person within the New Testament.
So you're
Whether
saying
you
there
want
is someone, what you say? I'm saying there is a person, but his name is not Jesus.
I'm
What
saying
you say
whatever.
about that?
I'm saying whatever you want to call the person within that New Testament. I understand people call him Jesus, people call him Yeshua, people call him
Yeah.
Yahushua. The main character of this divine person in this New Testament, the narrative and doctrine of him is a complete lie. So if you hold the Tanakh, aka Old Testament, to be true first, you would see the lie within the narrative and doctrine of Yeshua.
So what you say about putting the old wine? You ever heard that phrase there?
You said what?
Old wine in a new wine in a old flat.
I
The
don't
New
know.
Testament is the New Testament. Everything is renewed.
Yeah, that's not validated by the Old Testament. Was ever in
Because
the
all right, Moses is the man of sin, right? He's
is
the
the
one who brought sin, who brought people to realize what sin is. Because Adam started it. He did the first sin, but Moses is the man who showed the world, or in the Egyptians, to the world, because it's still being spread across the world today, that Moses is the one that brought the laws of God, the laws of Moses, because it wasn't the laws of God. It
the
was
laws of
Moses. It
the
was
laws
Moses'
of
law.
no, the Moses got his law from the Most High.
That's what he said, right? So but the angel that Moses was talking, was the angel in the burning bush the Most High? That is my question to you. Or was it one of the Elohim, one of the fallen ones, or one of the
No,
angels?
it was just an angel. It was a messenger of the
All
Most High.
right, but all right, it was an angel. It was not the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the hosts of heaven that Moses spoke to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who gave Christ the authority to say that nobody could talk to him, to God, unless through him? Was
Nobody.
it God? Was it the Most High that told Yeshua that, or was it his opinion? What's your thought about that?
It would be his opinion because we don't see God
Why?
giving.
Because
Because
you
we
don't
don't,
see it, but you didn't hear it, but it was said.
you're asking me a question, not let me answer.
Okay. Answer the question.
Right. Yeah. So you're asking me who gave him that authority. God didn't give him that authority because we don't see God giving him that authority. God lets us know things before they spring forth. That's Isaiah 42:9. So if he was giving somebody the authority to make these divine claims in reference to this person being from God or of God, God would have told us beforehand. So when this person comes, we know that it's true. So what we see Jesus doing is making claims, right? So we should validate these claims by seeing if God actually told us before this person made that claim. If
All
a person
right,
is, if a person
which
is
is good, because
right,
you have to test the spirits,
right.
because
So where,
Christ said that there's no one that can go to God, to the Most High, except because of him.
right. So
Was
where
the
did
Most High
God?
so pleased? Was the Most High so pleased with Yeshua that he gave him authority to be the only one?
Do we see?
As Enoch also. Remember Enoch?
Yeah, we don't see that. Where did God do that? Where did God show me where God gave him the authority to do that?
No, some things are done in secret, and some things are done for the world to see.
God said he doesn't speak in secret. God says he lets us know things before they
When
speak.
they went upon the mountain, and the voice from the cloud said, "This is my son, I'm well pleased with him." Which voice was that? Was that the Elohim, or was that the Most High?
We don't
It
know.
wouldn't be the Most High because the Most High doesn't speak like that. The Most High God speaks through visions and dreams. He doesn't speak from a cloud from heaven. And then whoever said that a voice came from heaven, he never said, "Thus said the Lord." Whenever somebody speaks before the New Testament, at least before the New Testament, when he dealt with his prophets and his real messengers, they would say, "Thus said the Lord," and then tell you what he said. But then he would actually do that. He would give his message through visions and dreams. For one, when we go to John, that's not a vision or a dream. He's saying that a voice came from heaven. Two,
Okay,
he
so you're
hold
saying
on,
that the
hold
Lord,
on,
you're
hold on.
saying that the Most High doesn't speak to people.
Yes,
So when,
he
huh?
speaks, but he's yes,
Okay. I'm just checking that out. So
okay,
it
but
doesn't
he
matter where the voice is coming from. It's from, if you know the voice,
no, stop,
then you
stop,
know.
stop. It does matter. If he told us, if God tells us how he speaks, right? We should hold God to be true, correct? Right?
Yes, so we
All
should.
right. So he said he speaks to his people through to his messengers through visions and dreams.
So
right?
all right.
So John,
Was
so where did so watch this.
mhm.
Where did John say that voice came from?
The clouds?
Okay, how did God say he speaks to his messengers?
No,
Through,
you're telling me this. Well, what you're telling me is a part of it. Because when Samuel heard the voice of God, was of the Most High? Was he dreaming?
let's see.
When Samuel, okay, I'm just going to go right to the point. When Samuel heard the voice of the Most High, tell me if he was dreaming or if he was awake. Then you
Let's
can
see.
tell me if God speaks.
Let's see.
He was asleep. So you're saying that he dreamed that he heard a voice calling him.
He
That's
literally,
what you're saying.
I'm saying that God said that he speaks to his people or his
Yeah.
messengers
Through
through
visions and
visions
dreams.
and dreams, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Samuel would have been daydreaming.
so when he spoke to Samuel,
Yeah.
was that in a dream?
No, I don't think so. So I'm asking you. In
Okay,
my
let's see.
opinion, I'm not trying to force anything on anyone, but I
I
think
got
he
it.
was. I say he was awake and he heard the voice and he went,
Let's go.
Eli, you call me? He said, no, I didn't call you. You can go back and I'm glad when I get him hear the voice again. So when God was in the wilderness and calling
Hold
out,
on. You're asking a lot of questions at once.
I'm just giving another example, but still, you can still see on that one.
So if you go to
The
First
Most High
Samuel
has a voice. The
15,
Most High has a voice, in my opinion. I don't really know what you think.
Yeah.
But why did Moses get to see the promised land?
He spoke to Samuel in a vision.
Oh, you're saying that it was a vision that he was calling him. It wasn't. Okay, I didn't get that out of it.
Okay.
And when the Lord said unto, where are you, Adam? Was it in his mind? Because he speaks. He has a voice. And he also talks in visions also. And because there's a prophet. A prophet.
I was on the phone. What did you say?
Okay. I'm just saying that I'm going to go right to the point because you're saying that Jesus is not the prophet like Moses.
Mm-hmm. That's in regards to Deuteronomy 18.
Yes, because there's a difference.
What you mean?
But Moses didn't get to see the promised land because of his anger with God, with the angel. Because he wasn't God, he was an angel. But he was trying to figure out what was going on because how could this be the Most High? And he's not. And the Most High keep telling me it's not my people, it's your people. Why are you trying to put your people on me? You said you wanted to free your people, which is Israel. Why did Moses grow two horns when he came off the mountain?
I mean, like you kind of all over the place, bro. Like what? Like what?
Okay, I'm sorry because I'm not.
Yeah,
okay, I'm not really a teacher. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you're asking a whole bunch of light. I'm saying you're asking a whole different. You're asking a lot of different questions regarding different things. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's your main point? What prophecy do you want to teach? Like, what is it specifically that you want to touch on or talk about in regards to the prompt? Because it's kind of like you went from Samuel to Adam to the burning bush to John 1:1.
No, the reason why I went to Samuel. Remember, the reason why I went to Samuel was because I was trying to say that the Lord, the Most High speaks to us literally and differently from even visions. He has a voice that can be heard.
Let's stick with Samuel for a second. After Samuel goes to his father and asks his father, "Did you call me?" What did his father say to him?
It was a bad dream. He was dreaming.
Exactly. So that means
and then he went back again and heard the voice again. So that confirms that he was not dreaming.
It was a vision, though.
You didn't finish what you did. Just one moment. You didn't finish. You didn't finish replying what Samuel's father told him to do. Samuel's father told him, "Go back and lay down."
Yes.
So he went back and he did what his father said to do.
Yes, he did.
Went back and lay down, and he heard the voice again. So that's a clear indication. That's a clear indication that he was having visions during that moment.
No, I don't think so.
Hold on.
Read verse.
Okay, continue. No, finish. Let him finish.
Let me land my plane, brother. First,
I'm listening, bro.
First Samuel chapter 3, verse 15. After all of that transpired between Samuel running back and forth to his dad, waking up out of his sleep and running back and forth to his dad, he explains to Eli. You want to read it, Cody? First
I'm getting
Samuel.
up right now. Hold on, I'm getting up. I'm trying to find my dang on keys right now.
Cause where I'm
So three.
there's
So
not a Bible. I'm kind of at work.
verse 15 of that passage,
Yeah.
Samuel explains to Eli what his vision was. And he says it out of his mouth that I'm going to tell you what my vision was. So that's a clear indicator again that he was having visions when the Creator was speaking to him. The fact that his father told him to go back and lay down, the fact that he told Eli, I'm going to explain to you what my vision was. These are clear indication the Creator was speaking to him in visions. It wasn't literal.
And then you remember in Deuteronomy, in Deuteronomy, when they were in Horeb, and the Most High God showed His voice by the way He shows His voice. Remember in Deuteronomy 18, it says that the Most High that they said they did not want to hear the Most High God's voice again, which is why He says He speaks to them, well, or the messengers through visions and dreams, because the people did not want to hear His voice again. And in Deuteronomy 18, He says they have well spoken what they have spoken in regards to not wanting to hear His voice again. This
Oh,
is why He speaks to.
that's the Israelites.
Is Samuel an Israelite? Ain't Samuel an Israelite?
I'm thinking about it.
Was John a so-called
No,
Israelite?
Samuel is more of a prophet. Like,
I'm saying, but was he an Israelite?
And we're not talking about position, we're talking about nation. He was part of the Israelite nation, right?
yeah, he was like a Hebrew.
He was an Israelite. So that means
Israelite,
that
yeah, Israelite Hebrew.
any time after the first five books, the Creator said that He's not going to speak to the people directly.
Oh, okay. Now, okay, that sounds better now. Because
And,
there was a point in time when the Creator spoke to mankind. Even the book of Enoch tells you that he was there, like he used to come every day till he started coming every week. Then he started coming every month. Then he started coming every year until he said, "Hey, I can't strive with these people. I'm gonna leave my angel to just watch over everything."
and Elder Saint, real quick. You said that Samuel was a prophet, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and we hold God to be true. God said He speaks to His prophets in visions and dreams. Why are
yes.
we saying that He spoke to Samuel outside of a vision in a dream?
Because remember, the Ark of the Covenant was right around. Was in the same room.
So God lied when He said, "I speak to my prophets in visions
No,
and
but
dreams."
there was a point of time when he did.
But we
Before
understand that
Samuel, correct? Before
So
Samuel,
that's why I'm
right?
bringing it back to
Before Samuel, right? There was a
Yeah.
time before Samuel. So the Creator spoke to Moses directly. He spoke to Moses in front of Joshua
I'm just reading
directly.
exactly what the scripture says. It says Samuel was lying down and he heard a voice.
Right? He was asleep.
And that's what I'm not trying to go around the scripture and trying to put my explanation in it. I'm just saying the scripture says
it
Samuel
was.
was lying down and he heard a voice. So I would say that it wasn't a dream because special people get to hear the voice of God. That's what
Well,
I'm
it
saying.
was.
The
Well,
voice
he
of the
was
Most
having.
High.
If it wasn't a dream, brother, it was a vision. If you're making it not a dream or a vision, you're making God a liar,
No,
Right?
God, this is not a lie. The special people get to hear the voice of God.
No, the
brother.
Creator
He
said He
he
only
just said.
speaks to
So
His
if God
prophets in
says
visions and
He speaks
dreams.
to His prophets in visions and dreams, and
And Samuel,
you are saying that He's speaking to a prophet outside of a vision and a dream, you
Which
are
is
making
Yeshua.
God a liar, brother.
Which is
and
Yeshua.
Samuel
He
said it
spoke
was
to
a vision.
Yeshua.
In verse 15, Samuel says it was a vision. In verse 15, read verse
In
15.
verse 15, it literally says vision.
Hold on.
We can't make God a liar, brother. Come on now.
Anytime after Moses' time period, the Creator did not speak to the prophets directly as if he were face to face. because he said that he going forward, I speak to these prophets through visions and dreams. So, like Cody said, we can't make God out to be a liar. If he said that's how
No,
he was going to
because all right,
speak to
I'm
his
saying because
prophets.
he spoke to me through a vision, right? But I'm just looking at this like the past and because
So, are you reading verse?
what
Did you read
because what
verse
I'm saying is
15?
what would make Christ say that
Did
he
you
is the
read
only one
verse
coming?
15? Did you
No,
read verse 15?
I'm at work now.
Again, it's
I'm actually on the computer right now. I'm going into
it's
it
our
because I
whole
just asked
stance,
my
brother. If we're gonna hold God to listen to what we're saying. You asking us why would Jesus say this? Why would Yeshua say this? Why would he say that, brother? That the point we're making is that it's a lie. All of it. If you're gonna hold God to be true, it's a lie. A lot of people hold the New Testament to be true before they even understand the Old Testament first.
yeah because that's
But
why I
if
say
you understand the Old
I
Testament
read.
first
I've
and
been
you
living
hold
off the
God to
Old
be true,
Testament. I've been living off the Old Testament. You know,
well, if
Christ
you've been
appeared
living
unto
off,
me.
if you've been living off the Old
Christ came to
Testament,
me.
if you've been
Yeah,
living off the Old Testament, if you've been living off the Old Testament, you wouldn't have said that he spoke to Samuel outside of a vision and a dream.
but the Lord spoke
If
to
you've been
me.
living off the
The
Old
Lord.
Testament,
All right, listen. I'm saying that the Lord spoke to me in a vision, right? Told me to beware and prepare. The Antichrist is coming. That
what?
was my. That was my.
And that was in a vision, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's the same way he speaks to
And
his
then he
prophets in
told me. Then he
visions.
told me to go to India.
You talking
He
about
told.
you personally? You talking about you personally?
Yes, me personally.
Okay.
Okay, I'm in it now. Samuel said to Saul, I am the one the Lord sent to anoint you. Okay, I'm in Samuel 15. Where exactly is it you say now?
First Samuel chapter 3, verse 15.
Oh, chapter 3, verse 15.
Yep, this is after he was hearing the voice of God and thinking
What
that it was his
which
daddy.
what Bible you read from? The King James or what? Because I read the King James, you know.
You can read it from there.
Okay. Because you know King James is the black king that let people know that
King
there is a
James
Bible,
wasn't
right?
black. King James
Right.
was not black.
All right. Because they were telling us that King James is a white man, and then when you check the history,
Yeah, he was he
it's
was
not. It's
from
not.
he was from England. He was
You
not
see, that's what
black.
I'm saying. So mentally, it's very it's a contradictory.
Well, let's read 3 and 15 from First Samuel and let's see if it contradicts or not.
All right. It's loading because it's raining like whoa out here right now. The net is kind of slow.
I'll
Okay.
tell you what, hold on.
Samuel 3 verse 15.
I got it pulled up.
All
Samuel,
right.
First Samuel chapter 3, verse 15. And Samuel lay down until the morning, and he opened the doors of the house of Yahweh. And Samuel was afraid to relate the vision to Eli. The vision. So he's telling you that all of that, what he was imagining as far as the voice of the Creator, that was a vision. And it specifically says vision. So he did not hear the direct voice of the creator.
It says vision for real.
Hmm.
You see it, don't it?
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. No, the vision was the prophecy that God gave him. God gave
The whole
Samuel
thing,
a
Man,
severe
it's
the
prophecy
whole
of
thing was a
judgment against
vision.
Eli's family.
man, this man here, man.
No,
The
because you
whole
see, I'm
thing was
seeing
a
it now. I'm,
vision.
I'm checking it now. The vision was what God told him after, because he was calling him. And then he got the vision in
Did
the
you not
night.
read the verse where it said that
This
he
man
laid
here,
down
man.
until
Yeah,
morning?
because the hard
This
message God gave Samuel of severe prophecy of
So
judgment
why would he
against.
give him a
Yes,
prophecy in the vision and then just speak to him directly? Why wouldn't he just tell
right,
him the
that
vision
doesn't make
directly?
sense.
Like you're not making sense, bro. He told you he don't speak like that to his prophets, bro. And you making him speak to a prophet like that. That's crazy. That's insane, actually. If he say he
so
don't
so
do
so
that,
from
he don't.
Enoch. So you're saying that he didn't speak to Enoch?
Was Enoch a prophet?
Was
Yeah,
Enoch before or after the first 5 books?
Enoch is a prophet.
Was Enoch
He
before
spoke
or
What
to
after the
he
first
spoke to
five?
Enoch personally.
what did Enoch
Was
prophesy?
It's written in the book of Enoch.
I'm saying, what did he prophesy?
you
The
you're not
flood.
answering you're not answering key
He prophesied
you're
the
not
flood,
answering you're not
and he
answering
warned the
key
giants
questions.
that.
You're not
No, because
answering
I'm
key
still saying, okay,
questions either,
I
Key.
see what you're saying
I
about
just
the vision, but the
I
vision
just
is
asked
different
you,
from the calling.
I just asked you, was Enoch before or after the first five? But was Enoch in the first 5 books or after the first 5 books?
After.
Enoch was after the first 5 books.
No, he's in the first 5 books.
Okay, so we've already made clear indication that after the first 5 books, the creator no longer spoke to the prophets
Oh, I didn't hear.
directly.
I didn't know. I didn't hear that part. I just you. I thought you were
That's
saying
what we
that there's
said
no time.
earlier. You agreed to that. That's what
Yeah.
you
Okay.
said
Yeah, I
earlier.
agree to that.
That's what we said earlier. We explained to you that in the first 5 books, the creator does speak directly in the first 5 books. Anytime after that, he says that he speaks to his prophets in visions and in dreams. So after the first 5 books, he doesn't talk to them directly anymore. He speaks to them through
That is
visions and
after the
dreams.
disappearance of the Ark of the Covenant, because he used to hear the voice through the Ark of the Covenant,
Right.
right?
So so he didn't speak to Samuel directly. He spoke to Samuel in a vision. He didn't speak to him
Through
directly.
the Ark of the Covenant.
Hey guys, you have a good first day?
He didn't
It's because
speak to Samuel
the
directly.
voice was always coming through the Ark of the Covenant.
So
But the
he spoke
vision
to
is different.
Samuel.
The vision is
So he
different from the
spoke to
voice.
Samuel. You kind of trying to waffle away from the point. It specifically says that Samuel was having visions. So he spoke to Samuel in a vision. The whole
No,
time
Samuel was afraid to tell
the
Eli the
whole
vision he
time the
saw.
daddy is telling Samuel to go back and lay down. And then when we get to verse 15, it says that Samuel went and laid down until the morning, which means he went to sleep, right?
Yeah, that's when he
He
had
had
the
been
vision, because
sleep
he was hearing the
he had
voices.
been sleep off and on the whole time because he got up to go see if it was his daddy speaking out of his sleep. His daddy told him, "No, it wasn't me. Go back and lay down." And his daddy even said to him, "You're having visions." And then he says when he woke up that he was afraid to go and tell his daddy what the visions were, all about the visions that he was having. So he did not speak to the creator directly. He spoke to him through visions and dreams.
He one of the ones that don't care what he said. He don't care what God said. Obviously. Obviously he don't
No,
care what
there's a
God said.
difference, because I'm saying that the vision is different from the voice. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not, because he's constantly being told to go back and lay down. That's a clear indicator that he's either having a vision, a dream, a daydream. He's not perfectly coherent. And it's obvious throughout the scripture that he's not perfectly coherent. Because he keeps having to get up out of his bed to go see if it's his dad that called him. So that means he's constantly laying down, daydreaming, taking a
Yeah,
nap,
he
and
was.
so
Yeah, that's
forth and
basically
so on.
because he wasn't sleeping. His eyes were
So
just his eye.
okay, so even if he wasn't sleeping,
It
it
was a
still was a
vision.
vision. It still was a daydream or a vision because he's constantly being told to go back and lay down. That's like if my kid gets up in the middle of the night, I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen grabbing some water, and my kid gets up in the middle of one of my grandkids gets up. in the middle of the night and say, Papa, did you call me? And I'm sitting there like, no, I didn't call you. Go back to sleep. You sleepwalking. Go back to sleep. This is the same principle as what went on with Samuel and his dad. His dad told him, go back to sleep. I didn't call you. And then the last time, his dad says to him, just go back to sleep. That's the creator talking to you. Just go back to sleep and it'll reveal yourself. It'll reveal itself to you.
Hey Jay, I'm about to get off and then I'm getting right back on. I'm 5 minutes away from the house. My phone about to die though.
Okay, Coach.
I'm coming right back on. I'll send you an invite, Saint.
Okay, and then in Samuel verse 10, it said, and the Lord came and